the man discovered an exquisite model of a small town. Curious, he picked up a spray bottle and sprayed some water on the model. Unexpectedly, it started raining outside. At first, he thought it was just a coincidence, so he tentatively sprayed a few more times. As a result, the rain outside intensified accordingly. He quickly realized that this model could actually control the weather and changes in the small town. The next day, while the man was eating in a restaurant, he heard the residents discussing the strange heavy rain from the day before. The man secretly rejoiced in his heart, thinking, "So this is what it feels like to be God." At this moment, the restaurant owner came over to chat with him. She complained about the newly appointed mayor, who was cold, selfish, and completely unconcerned about the needs of the residents. The town's economy was also in a steep decline. She couldn't even afford to repaint the restaurant now. Hearing these words, the man felt compassion and decided to help her. He went to the model and found the location of the restaurant. He picked up a bottle of nail polish and carefully painted the walls of the restaurant on the model. Early the next morning, the owner was surprised to find that the walls of the restaurant had been completely renovated. She was in disbelief, guessing that it must have been some kind-hearted person who secretly helped her. At this time, the man happened to pass by and heard the owner's exclamation. He couldn't help but feel a sense of accomplishment. He decided to continue using this superpower to help more people. Just then, he saw an old lady fall on the road. The man quickly ran over to help her up. The old lady said there were many big potholes on the road that were hidden when it snowed, making them impossible to notice. The residents had repeatedly reported the issue to the mayor, but the problem had never been resolved. At this point, the man noticed a nearby suggestion box, which was so full of letters that it was almost overflowing, but the mayor hadn't read a single one. The man took the suggestion box home and carefully read through each letter. After learning about the residents' needs, he first filled in the big potholes on the street. Then he cleaned up the accumulated garbage and pulled out the dead trees. He even swept the messy street corners until they were spotless. In less than a night, the small town was completely transformed, and the residents' problems were solved one by one. This also gave the man an unprecedented sense of satisfaction. At this moment, he heard a dog barking downstairs, looking like it was hungry. So, the man took the leftover bones from his own meal and placed them next to the model dog's location. The next day, the changes in the small town caused a sensation. The residents were all talking about it, wanting to thank the mysterious person behind the scenes. The man was very happy when he heard about it. However, he soon discovered that things were not as he had thought. Although the changes in the small town made the residents feel grateful, they all thought that everything was the current mayor's doing. They even decided to hold a thank you party for the mayor to express their gratitude for his efforts. When the man heard this news, he instantly felt a surge of displeasure, but he couldn't reveal the secret of the model, which made him feel incredibly stifled. The mayor had not done anything substantial, yet he received all the praise in the end. However, what was even more infuriating was that the mayor shamelessly accepted all of this at the thank you party. Watching this scene, the man was filled with anger and jealousy. He decided to teach the mayor a lesson.